You led me straight to the fall. I'm broken, I'm still trying, skin and bone.
Welcome back, everybody. We are reacting to another TLC show. Hopefully this one doesn't get taken down because they started taking down some of the MILF Manor or making it so hard for me to get them up. So I'm hoping this one can go up. It's one of TLC shows that I think a lot of people have been reacting to on YouTube in like the past year or two. It's this 22-year-old adult who looks like about 8 years old. I've seen some parts of the show, but I want to react to it myself. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you want to see more, let me know. And let's get into it. I hope they did this just for the show because, no offense, you don't have to get one that looks so childish. Like, you could just get a normal stuffed store.
I'm 22 years old, but my height is 3 feet 10 inches and my weight is around 50 pounds. I live life trapped in the body of an 8-year-old. When I was 6 months old, my mom noticed a bump in the back of my head.
Yo, why do I get the sad video to react to? Why does she also have a dog that's, like, it has to be bigger than she is? And they definitely did her dirty. TLC had to get, like, the biggest chair they, like, could find and told her to sit in it.
I went into immediate surgery, and after the surgery, I went through chemo for 2 to 3 years, and I was deemed cancer-free. I was around 5, and it was kindergarten. They noticed that every kid was significantly taller than me.
Oh my, like, I of course feel bad for the cancer thing. Like, that sucks to go through at that age. Like, the parents must be so worried. But oh my, look at this size difference. If she's only like 3 foot something now, like, how tall was she then?
That's when they took me back to Children's Hospital and learned that my pituitary gland was very close to dormant. So all of my hormones, my growth hormone, my sweat glands, all of that produces much slower.
Only thing I gotta say here, the dog is definitely taller than her. I'm not saying it to be mean, but I just had to point it out because they immediately proved my point of the dog being taller than her. I can't remember, does she live on her own? Like, that must be kind of difficult. Because she will have to, like, apply to jobs, and jobs would then have to, like, want to hire her. She will have to be able to physically do the jobs, make enough money to pay rent, which is already hard as it is for most people. And then after that entire day of work, she then has to go home, clean, do all that stuff. Like, if she does it all on her own, I'll be kind of impressed.
Come on. I want to live my life like my friends and my sisters do, but I need my mother, my father, and the rest of the world to realize that I'm an adult. My life is complex. In a way, the advantages to my situation are you get lollipops at hair salons, you don't get stopped by people on the street asking you for stuff, you can play dumb when you need to, so that always works.
Okay, I can definitely tell she did the last one because it's looking like she's smiling a little bit as she says it. And I want to know, what's the story? Like, what happened? Was she just played dumb, as she says, or as what probably happened is just pretended like she was a little kid. Like, oh, I don't know what's happening.
Physically is where all the bad parts are, though. I can't drive. I can't sit down on a seat with my feet touching the ground. I can't reach counters. I have to use stools. I have to hop on couches and beds and stuff. Shut up! I have to put my heels on! I think that medically, my situation is rare.
No offense. Even with heels, you're not reaching 4 feet tall. But I love that, like, she goes into this sad story to begin with. And then, like, her biggest complaints to, like, to start with is, like, can't drive. It's like, oh, yeah, that's sad. I have to jump on a couch. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's gonna suck to do that, like, every day. But I'm pretty sure there's definitely things more high up on the list of this sucks. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is truly, like, the worst disadvantage she has.
I live on Long Island with my mother, Patty, my stepfather, Mark, my younger sister, Riley. My older sister, Tara, lives in Florida with her fiance, Jesse. But she visits as much as she can. I know that walking in anywhere, I will get stares, but walking into an adult environment is a little concerning because people stare, they're gonna comment, and then it's just gonna make me uncomfortable.
The one dude looked like he wanted to call the police, like he kept looking at his phone. I don't know, maybe he saw all those photos of the family, which looked like mugshots. You think they could have done it in a better setting? And she lives in Long Island, which isn't too far from here actually. Depending on where it is in Long Island, it's like a 2 or so hour drive, maybe? Will she appear in a future video reacting to this show with me? I don't know. Maybe I'll make a guest appearance in one of these episodes.
We can't have children at the bar. Well, obviously I saw her when she came into the bar. The first thing I thought was, it's illegal for children to sit at the bar. Can I get some ID? Can I get some ID? She does look young, so that's the reason why I did ask for her ID.
I don't know if this lady is acting and being told to say these things, or maybe she's just like super awkward. I can see a little bit of both. I love that they have to start the show being like, oh, just have us, sit at a bar stool. The episode will write itself.
Thank you.
Me. Thank you.
Ready, Riley, you're last.
Yep. Thank you.
So, you get married.
So which one of us are going to be your bridesmaid?
I am 24 years old and I'm engaged, and Shauna's 22, so I'm only 2 years older than her.
But I have a question real quick. If she, right here, is the younger sister, and she is 22, how is she able to sit at the bar? Because she looks quite young.
It seems like we have a greater age difference than the 2 years. Mentally, physically, emotionally, all the things.
I definitely believe that there is a little bit of resentment
I think there's
from
more than a
Shauna.
little bit.
Yeah, from Shauna towards Tara.
I think Shauna almost looks at it as like Tara's leading the life that she could have led had she been,
Just a little bit taller.
yeah.
Well, no shit, she's gonna have resentment. Even if it's not resentment, it's gonna be at least jealousy or like a sad emotion, envious. I'm sure there's a lot of people she look at that way. Like her younger sister is taller too.
It is difficult seeing that my other friends and my family are being more independent, but I don't envy or have any jealousy towards Tara and what her choices for her life have been, whether that's college and moving out. But I think it's entirely unfair on my parents and that they treat Tara and I a little differently, even though we're 2 years apart. They always say that they want me to start my independence on my own with my own actions, but I can't do that if I have a leash on me.
That's kind of fair on her. She wants to be treated the same, but at the same time she can't, and her family is trying to treat her the same, but it's a little bit that they can't. It's such a tough situation that must be very hard to decide from both ends what you want and what you don't want, because she probably wants to be treated like an adult, but it doesn't matter where she goes, because eventually there's gonna be a roadblock, physically from her and or from someone judging on the outside.
I'm getting all dressed up because we're going out to dinner. I usually don't do full face makeup. If I do makeup, it's usually just eyeshadow and mascara. I don't like wearing a lot of makeup anymore. I think whether I'm dressed up or not, I get attention. I think when I'm dressed up and I have makeup on, my mom gets negative attention. I don't think it's any different for me. I think it's different for my family.
Well, yeah, because every other adult nearby is thinking that they're letting a 8-year-old dress up like an adult instead of you being an adult trying to look your age.
Shauna likes to dress up like any other 22-year-old, but we go out together and she gets looks like, oh wow, what is she doing? What is that kid doing? And then I get the looks of, how could you? How could you let your child dress like this?
And then my mom has to explain that I'm old enough to make my own decisions, and they don't believe her and they call her a liar. So that's not fun.
Well, that must be sad from both ends. One is always being looked at as a bad parent despite having to put in the extra effort to be a parent. And then she's being looked at in a bad way. and then she probably feels bad for her parents, and like, I don't know. I wish I got a different thing to react to. This is sad.
All right, can we go? We ready? All right, let's go.
All right.
We're out of here. You're pretty tall there, Shauna.
I'm probably like 4'2".
You gonna be able to walk across these pebbles?
I'm in these shoes and I don't know if I can.
Oh, in! Oh!
I love the dad. This is like, oh, I don't know if I can. If you guys like this video, I'm gonna find some of like the more fun things, because I've seen some recommended, but I wanted to at least start at the beginning. But I know she goes on a date, and there's like a bunch of other things she does that's more like interesting or less sad. So if you want to see more, let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Make sure you have a good night.
I'm done with hitting your wall. Short notice, I just gotta let you know. You led me straight to the fall. I'm broken, I'm still trying, skin and bones.